This message is not for everyone. So if your heart doesn't stir as these words unfold, you're free to let them go. But if something deep inside you pauses, if a small part of you whispers, listen, then know, this message was sent for your soul. Last night, you saw him again, didn't you? Maybe it was his eyes. Maybe it was his voice. Or maybe it was just a presence that felt so real you woke up breathless. That wasn't just a dream. That was a call. A spiritual one. A sign that what you feel, what you sense, is not just your imagination running wild. Because some connections are far deeper than logic can explain. They stretch across dimensions, across timelines, even across lifetimes. And when the soul remembers, it reaches out. Through dreams. Through intuition. Through moments that feel too powerful to be random. The angels want you to hear this. He felt it too. Not just in the dream, but in waking life. There's something about you. The way your spirit moves through this world. That shook him in a way he didn't expect. He's been trying to understand it, maybe even deny it. But some truths won't stay silent. And here's the one that matters now. He's not just thinking about you. He's being pulled toward you. There's a shift happening in his energy. A restlessness. A realization that what he's been searching for, peace, clarity, truth, might just be connected to you. It's not your job to chase him. It's not your job to convince him. Your job is to remember who you are. You didn't dream of him because you're desperate. You dreamed of him because your soul is waking up. It's sensing what's already aligned in the unseen. The angels are asking you to pause. Right now. Close your eyes, just for a moment. Breathe in. Feel that soft warmth in your chest? That's your soul recognizing truth. You are not crazy. You are not imagining things. This connection, however distant or quiet in the physical world, is alive. And last night's dream was a message. A reminder that something sacred is unfolding, even if you can't see it all yet. He may still be figuring it out. He may still be resisting. But deep down, his soul is remembering too. And the dream? It wasn't random. It was a bridge. A moment when the spiritual veil thinned, just enough, for both of you to feel what's true beyond all the noise. Don't rush it. Don't doubt it. Just listen. Because more signs will come. And when they do, you'll know. Because you already do. If this reached you today, if it stirred something that words can't fully explain, then darling soul, don't ignore it. Sometimes, when your heart wakes up before the rest of the world, it can feel lonely. You wonder if you're the only one feeling it, sensing something greater, something sacred, unfolding just beneath the surface. But you're not alone. Because when you dreamed of him, he was dreaming of something too. Maybe not in the same way. Maybe not with the same clarity. But his soul felt the shift. And that's why the angels are here now, whispering to you through this message. You see, there's a spiritual timeline that's aligning. It doesn't always look like what you expected. It doesn't always move fast. But it's real. And it's moving. Right now, he's feeling called to confront something in himself. A pattern. A fear. A wound that love, true love, is quietly asking him to heal. Because your presence in his life, even if distant, even if undefined, has shaken something open inside him. You've awakened a longing that goes beyond romance. A desire for depth. For truth. For home. And the more he tries to distract himself, the louder the silence becomes. The more he runs, the more undeniable your energy becomes. You may think he's forgotten you. You may think the silence means nothing is happening. But the truth? Everything is happening. Beneath the surface. Behind the scenes. In the hidden places where the soul prepares to come alive. That dream was not just about him. It was about you. About how far you've come. How deeply you've grown. and how ready your heart is for something real. This isn't about waiting for him. It's about awakening in yourself the kind of love you once thought could only come from someone else. And when you do, when you become the source of the same love your soul craves, you change everything. You shift the field. You open portals. You draw in the kind of connection that's been calling your name in the quiet. And whether it's him who finds his way back to you, or someone else who carries the same soul signature, you will be met. Fully. Clearly. Without fear. But for now, trust the dream. Let it be the message your spirit has been waiting for. And if this message found you in the middle of an ordinary day, at a time when your heart quietly whispered, "There must be more," then take this as your confirmation. The universe is speaking. And the timing? It's divine. This is your sign to slow down, to tune in, to feel the presence that's been walking beside you, even when you thought you were alone. The next time you close your eyes, listen, because you might hear more than silence. You might hear the soul of someone searching for you. If this reached you, if you've made it this far, don't ignore it. There's something sacred about the quiet hours, those moments just after waking, when the dream still lingers, and you're caught between two worlds. That's when your soul is the loudest. And that's when the angels speak. They chose that dream on purpose. Not just to show you his face, but to remind you of something far more important, your own light. Because, darling soul, he saw it too. He may not have had the words for it. He may not have even looked you in the eyes and said it. But in that dream, in that space where truth is revealed, he felt what your presence does to him. It calms the chaos. It silences the noise. It makes everything else fade. And that's the thing about spiritual connection. It doesn't always start with fireworks. Sometimes, it begins with stillness, with a subtle knowing, with a dream that feels more real than reality. You've crossed paths in more than one lifetime. That's why this bond feels so intense, so inexplicable. You didn't just meet him. Your souls recognized each other. And now, they're reaching out to each other again. But this time, there's more awareness, more courage, more readiness, even if it doesn't feel like it yet. You've both been on a journey. Yours may have involved heartbreak, silence, a sense of being forgotten or overlooked. His may have looked like confusion, emotional distance, a fear of diving deeper than he's ever dared. But now the path is shifting. The angels are aligning pieces you can't yet see. And while he still has choices to make, doors to walk through, walls to break down, your only job is to stay connected. To yourself, to your light, to the sacred part of you that knows this isn't random. You're not dreaming about him because you're broken. You're dreaming about him because your spirit is ready to remember, ready to heal, ready to love, from the soul, not just the heart. So as you go about your day, let the dream stay with you, not as a fantasy, but as a message, a reminder, a spark. Because even if he hasn't spoken, even if the world around you is quiet, the spiritual world is loud with signs. And this one was meant just for you. If this reached you, if you're still here reading these words with your heart open, then please, don't ignore it. Tonight, as the world settles and the sky turns to stars, I want you to remember something, what your soul experienced in that dream. It was a glimpse, not of what could be, but of what already is. In the unseen, in the divine, in the timeline where love isn't rushed, hidden, or feared, but honored. That version of you, the one who smiled in the dream, the one who felt safe in his presence, the one who didn't have to question if she mattered. That woman exists. She's you, without the self-doubt. You, without the stories that say you're too much or not enough. You, standing fully in your truth. And maybe he's still catching up. Maybe his soul is still learning to walk barefoot through the fire of transformation. But yours? Yours is ready. That's why the dream came. Not to tease you. Not to confuse you. But to awaken you. Because sometimes, your spirit needs to see what your eyes have stopped looking for. Sometimes, the dream is more honest than the waking world. And sometimes, that's where love begins. Not in a text. Not in a confession. But in a dream, in a whisper, in the sacred space where heaven brushes earth and says, she's ready. And if the universe is showing you what's possible, if the angels are guiding you through signs, visions, and feelings that defy logic, then it's not your job to make sense of it all. It's your job to trust the vibration, to feel the resonance, to listen. Because when something is real, when something is yours, you'll feel it before you see it. You'll dream it before it arrives. And you'll know, without needing to explain it to anyone. So tonight, when your head rests on the pillow, when the world gets quiet again, whisper this to the stars, I remember. Let that be your prayer, your affirmation, your soft surrender to a love that's been unfolding longer than you've known. And if this message found you, if the timing feels too precise to be coincidence, if your soul feels like it's finally exhaling, then trust it. Because this was never just about a dream. This was about your awakening. And you're not crazy. You're not alone. You're not imagining things. You're just listening now to the truth that's been calling you all along. And if that truth stirred something inside you, don't ignore it.